Hello, welcome back. This is your interval focus workout 2.2, and we're gonna jump right on in there with our warm-ups because we got a lot in store for today. So let's start with our booty kicks, and then you're going to put your arms in this. So the feet are flexed, heels going towards the booty, and then you're bringing this all the way, this reach forward, all the way back. I'm excited. And we're really gonna warm it up today because we have a lot of dynamic movements in store for you. And as you may now know already, we do have variations of this. So there's a 0.1 and a 0.3 version. So if you find this is too easy, you're like, no, I need to bump this up to a 0.3, go for it. 3, 2, 1, marching high knees. Bringing this up, using our core, bringing the elbows, driving those elbows back. So that's the whole point of these, to give you options. And today we're going to be doing variations with our burpee, jumping jacks, knee snap. We got everything. And I'm using a stool today, which we'll talk about a little bit when we get into this workout. 3, 2, 1, side lunge. So pushing your booty back and just stretching into that. Side to side, maybe you support using both hands on the thigh. Maybe you use support. Maybe you have something, a chair that you want to use. Just let yourself sink into that. Maybe after a few times you feel you can get a little bit deeper. Again, pushing that back. This is yummy. I needed this. 3, 2, maybe one more. Awesome. Hip openers. So using our core to lift up our leg, and then we're doing this like half circle. So maybe that range of motion for you is right here and it's a small motion. Maybe you have it in there to do a wider circle. Be where you need to be. But this is like a great one for me. I love this workout. 3, 2, 1, and now we're gonna do alternating heel raises. So alternating, and then you're gonna hinge at the hip, bring that over, and reach down with the opposite foot in which you have the heel raise. So I'm raising my heel on the left and reaching with my right hand, and kind of doing this alternating move. See which way you can see this best. I'm showing how. Now you're feeling that stretch in the back of your legs to the side, in case that's better. Just reaching, maybe give a little bounce on each side. Just gets a little bit deeper in there. Three, 2, 1. One more time. So we're starting with our booty kicks. Just do a quick half time for each work out or warm up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, marching. There we go. Lifting that up, driving those elbows. Breathe through it, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, side lunge. There we go. Yes. I don't know why I get so excited about the warm-ups. I'm like, yeah. It's just like prepping my body and my mind for like what's coming up. I think that's what it is. Like I just get excited and amped up and just ready to like see what my body can do. 3, 2, 1, hip openers. There we go. Yeah. This one I like to do, even if I've been sitting for a long time and I just get up and walk around and stretch, then I'll go ahead, just do a few of these, just like loosen up the hips. One more on the right, last one on the left, and we're doing alternate heel raises. Here we go. Stretching, reaching, Going for it, yes. Like, let's make a dance. Let's do this thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that up. Awesome. So we're doing a set of, I think about 6, 7 moves. We're gonna go through 30 seconds each, doing them twice. That's kind of in the pattern that we're keeping here on the first phase, right? Not really a break between the first set. Then you get a water break, you get a little bit of downtime, and then we do it again. So the first move that we're gonna do is a variation of a burpee. I'm utilizing a stool. Maybe you're using a chair. Trust me, I've used all the things, like coffee table, arms of a sofa. So it might be a lower stance for you. Wherever it is, it needs to be secure. That's the main thing. I am putting my weight on this. So this is stable and it's able to bear all of the weight that I'm about to put on it. So we're gonna take this into a step back burpee variation. So bringing my hands down, wrist underneath the shoulder, right? It's keeping a line, stepping 1 foot back at a time, then stepping 1 foot up. Notice how I have this bend in my knee, and then from there I bring it up, and then you're gonna do a heel raise. So in real time, essentially, without breaking it apart, it's step, up, heel raise. Main thing here is remember to alternate which foot goes back and which foot comes up. So you might want to step back with your left and then step up with your left, then right with your back with your right, then up with your right. However you want to do, whatever makes the most sense for you. But we're going to jump into this right now. Burpee in 30 seconds. Here we go. So back, up, heel raise. Main thing here, when you bring it down, I have a bend in my knee as I come down, putting weight on my hands. Stepping it back, bringing it up. Notice how there's still a bend and I'm squeezing up and then coming up to the heel raise. Come on, we're in it. A few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Into jack variations. So step side to side, right into it. It's kind of like a take on it, jumping jack, but we're stepping. There we go. Maybe you put a little bit of a bounce in it. But keep it light, regardless, keep it light on the balls of your feet. Even if you're stepping, shouldn't be too heavy. 3, 2, 1. Arm circles wide, supported, forward. Here you go. Almost just breaking things. Almost just took a picture down. There we go. Still supported in your core. So every move, even if you're just focusing on the arms, I sit it down, slight bend in my knee, and then supported all the way through my core, through my back, through my shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out, bring it back up, circle arm raise, opposite direction. I started going back, now I'm bringing it forward. And I know your arms might be burning, your shoulders might be burning, but you got this. If you have to shake it out, but then bring it back up. You got this. We're in this together. You're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Into a knit leg knee smash. Keep it nice and bent here on the right leg and bring it in here. So we're lifting up our leg, utilizing our core and bringing that down with our arms like we're smashing something against our knee, right? Like, ew. Maybe you're angry at someone or something. How about something? Power in that move. If you have to slow down the pace or speed it up, it's okay. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Nice and stabilized, secure, and then get into it. There we go. Keeping that secure. Again, if you find that it's shaky and wobbly, make sure your core is engaged. Your glute, all of that is activated. Come on, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High knee punches. Bring up your knees. Punching with alternating fists. Straight in front. shoulder, height. Bam, bam. Lifting with the core, boom. Again, power. Imagine there is an actual punching bag or something in front of you. 3, 2, 1, side squat. Step out to the right. Bring it down as low as comfortable for you. Up, step in, out. So I'm gonna take my time here because this may be new. Right, it's down. We're gonna do this again. So just get into this idea of what the motion is and then worry about leveling it up, doing it stronger next time. Just really focus on this. 3, 2, 1, into a jack and punch. So we're doing half jack, kick, we say punch, kick. So out, we're in it. Main thing here as you kick, lifting from your core like you're gonna kick the door open. Boom. So it's from the core. Bam. Bam. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I gotta do one more on the other side just so I'm even. That's the first set. Get some water. I have my water here. It's important to stay hydrated. Towel down. Bring your heart rate down, but don't stop moving your feet. Step side to side. Here we do taps. So that's our first set. And all we had to do is do that one more time. So some of those moves may be new to you. Some of those variations might be new to you. So, going through that first time, I don't expect it to be at pace. We're like learning things, we're getting adjusted. And then that's a great thing because we're gonna have more interval focuses that go into this series. And so you'll see building on these moves, there'll be a lot of the same moves incorporated, but maybe we switch it up in a different way. We challenge you in different ways with them. But this one is really the foundational workout, the foundational interval focus, so that way you can get familiar with some of these moves, some of these variations, so it's all good. But that's why we do it twice, so that way you can really just know what's going on, get a feel for it, feel comfortable and confident as we go through. So giving you just another few more seconds, and then we're gonna go through again, starting with our burpee variation. And before we jump into it, just a note here, make sure as you step back and you're into this plank, that core it's a straight line all the way, and I'm gonna come to one hand, all the way from your spine through the top of your head. So we're coming into this in literally 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. So you're stepping back, and then the heel raise. Make sure you're alternating which foot is coming back or what's coming forward. And you may slow this down depending on what you're utilizing, right? I'll show you as we progress, we're actually gonna take these variations to the ground, right? The idea is to build that strength. If you're wanting to go there, right, you don't have to, but that's why you learn this one now. 3, 2, 1, but it's building that muscle memory so that as we do bring it down, as we do progress on this, you already know what the foundation of this move is. Into our jack variation, right into it. Again, it can be a hop or a step. Core engaged always, right? Someone punches you, and then you have the activation. Not that you're holding your breath, but there's that engagement that's happening. Energized. 3, 2, 1. Arm circles. I'm gonna start with forward. Pick a direction, because you're just gonna go in the opposite direction after this. So it doesn't matter necessarily if we start in the same direction or not. The only thing was if you went in the same direction both times. It would not be great. Nice and strong. 3, 2, 1. Quick shake out. Bring it up and other direction. And again, if you find that you're like, hey Noah, my shoulders are they're burnt out, take a quick break. Shake it out, and then get back in. This is the point. This is what we're learning, not only through this workout, through this program, but through life. It's okay to pause. It's okay to have to stop and do a check, but get back in it. 3, 2, 1. Shake that out, shake that out. I'm like, okay, here we go. It's okay if you see me struggle. That burns for me too. It's all good. Here we are in the punch. Here we go. High knee, punch it out. Literally, I want you to visualize something in front of you and you're punching with all of your strength, keeping this all engaged. This is your upper body. This is your lower body engagement. This is your core. All of this is working right now. 3, 2, 1. Alternating. Where are we? I'm like, where are we going from here? I think we missed our knee smash. So secure right here in this right leg. Bring it in. And 3, nice bend and go. I'm like so into this. I forgot where I was. That's okay, as long as we didn't skip it, because then I would have been like, no. And actually, this is one, I love this, because it's cardio, but you're building muscle. It's all kind of happening in here. 3, 2, 1, other side, no break, and again, you have to slow it down. It's okay, right? Find that pace that's working for you. This is kind of just a rhythm that I found that works for me. Your rhythm might be faster, slower, it's okay. 3, 2, 1, side squat. Here we go. And we are stepping out. You might find with this step that you take a really wide step, but it really isn't. Shoulder width, maybe slightly wider, depending on what's comfortable for you, right? If I like lift my belly and then come down, that's kind of where sometimes I am, and it's the most comfortable for me to do this with the right form where I can come straight down. My back is nice and tall. I squat, I push up through my heel, and I come up, right? Last one, down, up. Can you believe it? It's our last move. I'm like, what happened? What just happened there? So we're going into our jack kick. I wanted to say punch. Kick, here we go. In it. Bam. Pop. I feel like it helps if you put sounds to it. I don't know where that sound came from. It's like, pew. Seemed appropriate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, that is amazing. Get a sip if you need to of water. Keep your legs moving. That was amazing. Literally just running through that in less than 20 minutes. Literally all that we just did under 20. So, you know, it may be that you do this, and granted, like the pacing wasn't too bad on that. It wasn't too fast. Some things I took it slower because, you know, just of what we were working and what we were moving through. I just wanted a little bit more slow and controlled move. some of those moves you may have found that you actually like turboed through them and just gave it a faster pace than where I was at. It's okay. It's about finding where you are, where you need to be, taking it there, and then can you push yourself a little bit further out of your comfort zone, just a little bit more where it's, you know, just there so that you're growing and you're challenging yourself, right? That's kind of how we do. It's how we do what we do. All right, let's go into our lunge. And I'm excited that we have props today. So I'm going to actually just step my right foot forward into this lunge. I'm going to use this for support. You can have your hands on your hips, on your front thigh. You may not take that step quite as far back as I did, depending on where you are. Bending that front knee, just making sure it's not going over the front, your toes, and then coming down. Really feeling this lengthening in your hip, and as you press that back heel towards the ground, right? It may not reach the ground, mine definitely is not, but as you activate that and start pressing it, you're gonna lengthen more into this hip, and you're really gonna feel that, right? Again, it's not a competition, so it's not pushing your body to the point of pain, right? It's like at a 5, for me, it's like a 5 or a 6, there's like this definite kind of like a little bit of discomfort where it's like, okay, I'm definitely like working something, but there's no pain, right? And my body is settling into that. If you feel like your body is pushing out of it, then bring it up a little bit more. And just relax into that. So it takes you breathing and relaxing, letting the body absorb this stretch. Breathe, awesome. 3, 2, 1, step that up, and then you're gonna sit back on that left leg, sitting it back, lifting up the right toes towards the ceiling, bringing that over, keeping a nice tall spine. Maybe you bend all the way over that thigh. Maybe you reach down to your shin, maybe it's your thigh, maybe it's all the way to the foot, maybe it's all the way to the ground. Maybe you use your chair or table or sofa as support. Again, feeling that stretch in the back of that right leg. And the main thing here, if you can keep that nice tall spine, right? So from here, I could hunch it over, but if I can do this where I literally lengthening my spine and then hinging at the hip, getting more of that length, and I can feel that even deeper in the back, in the hamstring, in the calf. 3, 2, 1, bring that up. Change sides, so now I'm bringing my left foot forward, and maybe you bring a wider stance, right? Maybe this is comfortable instead of straight back, and then bring that down. Again, pressing that back heel towards the ground. I can feel that my hip is tighter on the right side. You might feel like it's tight on one side, right? Maybe it's your dominant side, it's a little bit more tight. Maybe you've had an injury and one side's overcompensating for another. There's a lot of different reasons why you might feel some imbalances there. But then you can work on, you recognize that for me, it's I know I should be maybe doing this more on this side, maybe even sitting in it a little bit longer. Breathe. Did amazing work. Like this is the moment where you just be proud of yourself, right? Be proud of everything that you did. Step it up, sit it back. It's like think of all the things that you just did. And not judging it if it was perfect or if it, you know, didn't look or feel a certain way, but just the fact that you did it, right? That's the focus. because there could have been a point where maybe you wouldn't have done it. Maybe you couldn't have done it, right? There's some of these things where I know at some point in my journey, I physically couldn't do them for one reason or another. Maybe it was an injury, maybe it's just where I was. Maybe I hadn't gained quite the level of strength or flexibility, but you know, was everything I did today perfect? No, but did I show up and did I allow my body to do what it could do? Yes. And am I going to be proud about that? Absolutely. Absolutely. 3, 2, just a little bit more if you can. Oh, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that up. We're going to go into quad stretch. So I'm going to utilize the stool since I have it here, but by all means, you can just reach back, grab your foot, and then you're just going to stretch out that quad. If you have something where you can lift your foot up to, and maybe this is just a comfortable place to be, but like lifting it up here, and then I just keep like a nice tall spine, kind of just make sure I have a neutral spine here, and then lean. I make sure my knees are for the most part together, and then just where I can feel this in my quads. So I love being able to just show you options, you know? There's some days where it's just really tight and I'm like trying to reach for my foot is like the impossible task. And so sometimes it's using a prop. And there's nothing wrong with that. And you'll notice how through the rest of focus power, we're gonna be utilizing for sure stools, chairs, but then we'll show you variations where you're on the ground. You know, if you wanna check out 0.3 versions of things where we may not use props, it's there for you, right? That's why I created variations of these workouts so that, you know, you can jump in wherever you are and feel comfortable and confident wherever that is. 3, 2, 1, other side. I'll face you a bit. Although I'm like, where's the stool now? Like, where did we go? There we are. And we have a lot in store. I'm excited because this is the first interval focus workout of the series, and there'll be 2 more. So know some of these moves will be incorporated as we do them. They might look a little different. We might have them, you know, structured a little bit differently. Things to obviously help just challenge your body in different ways. But it's definitely going to progress from here. So I hope you stick it out and continue on this journey, because you never know. Maybe that burpee variation, you're like, this is exactly where I needed to be. And then you find that you get to build the strength to take it even a little bit further, if that's where you want to go, right? There's just different ways that you can gauge progress that's important to you, right? That's what it is. It's what is relevant and significant and joyful for you on your journey. 3, 2, 1, release that. And there you have it. Our first interval focus. I'm super proud of you. Please stick it out. Please join me back here, whether it's for another interval focus or any of the number of workouts that I have coming at you. It's been awesome, and I will definitely see you next time.